Hey guys, welcome back to the Sports Card of the Day channel. This is Todd, and today it's Tony Perez, 1986 Fleer Mint 9. There's a reason that this is the specific card, the Sports Card of the Day, that is. So, I want to talk about Tony for a moment. One of the true characters slash nice guys in the game, that's for sure. And he was around a long time, and he had a lot of success. Tony played for the Reds, Expos, Red Sox, Phillies, and then back to the Reds in that order. Tony's 78 as we speak right now. So a lot of these valuable guys in the game are getting on up into their age. We should cherish them while we have them. So Tony was born in Ciega de Avila, Cuba. Probably butchered that, but that's all right. And he was playing sugarcane baseball, which is where his dad was a employee slash employer at, when a Cincinnati Red scout was down there and spotted him and offered him to sign him. And his signing bonus was huge. It was $2.50 and a plane trip to Miami. That was 1960. Things have changed a whole lot since 1960. And his major league debut, and he played for a lot of different teams in the minor leagues. I'm going to kind of stick today in this one with the majors. So Tony's major league debut would end up being my birthday, July 26th, 1964, not my birth year. His final appearance will be October 5th, 1986. Both of those will be for the Reds. He played for teams in between. Tony's a Hall of Famer. Here's his numbers overall. Batting average 279, hits 2,732, home runs 379, RBIs 1,652. For some reason, he got in on his ninth ballot with 77.15%. That's a head scratcher there, but I'm not a Hall of Fame voter, but I would have thought that Tony would have gotten in sooner than the ninth ballot. Three-time World Series champion, 75, 76, and 90. And I'll explain 90. 75 and 76, part of the Big Red Machine. The 1976 Big Red Machine is the only World Series champion to this day ever to go undefeated throughout the playoffs. Very special team. And it was loaded with talent. Bench, Rose, Perez, Morgan, Concepcion, and led by Sparky Anderson. That was a dream of talent there. Seven-time All-Star. He's in several Hall of Fames as far as the Caribbean, the Latino, Mexican Hall of Fame, the Cincinnati Reds Hall of Fame. He's also part of the Expos Hall of Fame. But the main one is obviously, as I just mentioned, the Baseball Writers Hall of Fame. And every year to this day, Tony goes back for the ceremony, which this year, thanks to unforeseen circumstances, there was not a ceremony. But he'll be back next year, I'm sure, if he's moving along okay. And as you can see on the card, this 86 Fleer PSA Mint 9, this was his last card. And this is a really sharp card, beautiful slab, and the smile there is just electric. Reminds me of Tony Gwynn's smile. Speaking of Tony's. And Tony's first name is actually Antenacia. I'm probably butchering that pretty well, but I'm not claiming to be an expert on Espanol. So, Hispanic Heritage Hall of Famer, Cuban Sports Hall of Famer. I could go on and on and on with this guy. He won another World Series, which would be his third non-player in 1990 as a coach with the Reds. The Reds community loves this guy. He personified what a teammate should be. Sparky Anderson said this, and Sparky Anderson was not the, warm and fuzziest guy, one to throw pats on the back. He said Tony Perez was the true leader of the Big Red Machine teams. And, that's impressive. And because Sparky Anderson, last time I checked, won World Series in both leagues and is one of the greatest managers of all time, in my opinion, and probably in a lot of people's opinion in the game of baseball. So I could go on and on and on. 22-year career. You know, as he got older, obviously his numbers declined, as everyone's does for the most part. But he he wanted to come back and finish as a Red. So his last 2 years were spent with Cincinnati, which he retired, as you can see in the picture in the card here. He does hold a record that's pretty, I thought was pretty interesting. He's the oldest player to ever pinch hit a walk-off home run at 42 years old. That's pretty good stuff. It shows you that even at 42, Tony could go out there and get it done. And, you know, he's another one of these Hall of Famers guys that, you know, he's approaching 80 years old. We're losing these guys left and right. I think we lost 6 or 7 in 2020, maybe more. The last one just recently, Phil Niekro. So, you know, doesn't matter how much their cards are worth to me. I'm a collector. I'm not into investing and trying to see how much I can flip. But to me, it's the importance they had for the game of baseball. And these guys were important. You know, the Perez, the Niekros, the Drysdales, the Bob Gibsons, the Tom Seavers, the Al Kalines, these guys were, Lou Brock, these guys were important to our game. And I think it's important that they be remembered the right way. And, you know, it's a shame that their cards all of a sudden get red hot after they pass away. That's sad. And it's not always the case, but more times than not it is. So, very quick video today. I didn't go through his minor league career. Would have taken an hour because he played in tons of minor league stuff. And I didn't go through all of his breakdown of his time with the Expos, Red Sox, and the Phillies. But Tony Perez is a Cincinnati Red. That's just the way it is. Everybody that followed the Big Red Machine and everybody that knows him out of the Hall of Fame, he's a Cincinnati Red. So thank you for watching. I've gained a few new subscribers here. I'm trying to get up to that magical number of 75. I took some time off. I had a health issue that come up that could have been potentially extremely severe. I'm debating whether to talk about it on a separate video at some point, but I think I dodged a bullet. So therefore I was, you know, not making a lot of videos these last couple of weeks. I was on a roll trying to grow this channel, but, you know, sometimes other things take priorities. So if you're not subscribed and you see this video, please do subscribe. And if you already are subscribed, I really appreciate it. As you all know, my regulars know, my Wesker Griffs, the Angry Old Man, the Nostalgia About Baseball, you know, Junk Wax Girl, and some other guys that come in, you know, periodically. I've replied to every comment without fail. So thank you for watching the video, and I'm going to have one of Tony's Big Red Machine Hall of Fame teammates will be coming up. And by the way, if I didn't mention, this is episode 23 of the Sports Card of the Day. And episode 24 is around the corner, and it'll be one of Tony's teammates and another legend from those glory days with Sparky Anderson. Thank you, guys. Have a good day. And once again, please subscribe.